Okay, go.
Sorry, I'm still trying. It's not cutting out. Do I need to brush my teeth?
Girl, are you good? Are you okay?
I'm ready. Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. So we are super excited because we are doing a Halloween special. So Elizabeth will be telling me a story and it's going to be sort of like BuzzFeed Unsolved. So be excited.
Should we begin?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, guys, this is like a true story. It's called the Borley Rectory. And before we even begin, I have to say some context, and you have to remember this because it becomes really important towards the end of the story. Centuries ago, there was supposedly a nun and a monk who were in love, so they planned to get secretly eloped. But then the church found out about this, and I don't know if people know, Amy, you might know, that nuns and monks take a vow of chastity, so technically they were breaking the rules. The church obviously punished them, and they did that by hanging the monk and putting the nun in a walled-in convent to be left there and starved. Amy, which one do you think is worse?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Probably getting hanged, honestly. Oh, actually, I don't know. They both sound pretty bad.
I mean, I feel like being walled in would be really bad because, like, when you're hung, it's, like, over, but then you just, like, sit there for, like, a couple days and die.
Honestly, being starved reminds me of that, like, one, you know, like, in Vampire Diaries, I don't know if you watched it, but, like, they get drained.
Meet my son, Damon.
Anyways, moving on.
Anyways, now this is where the story actually kind of begins. So in 1863, a man named Henry Bull wanted a rectory, and he soon called it the Borley Rectory. I wonder why the story is called that. Anyways, it was to be built in the same area as that incident I told you about with the nun and the monk, and as soon as the building was built up, there were already paranormal activity. So the first sighting was from Bull's daughter, and they started hearing random footsteps. And also, they saw sightings of a, quote, phantom coaches with headless horses. Was that snap? Anyways.
You heard me crunching?
No.
Oh, wait, what? No, I got the thing out of my teeth. That's so gross! Okay. Go on.
Now, like, in 1927, how many years?
What was the last one? I wasn't paying attention. 63 and 27? Oh, dang. That's like...
60 years later?
60?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, Henry Bull passed away.
What?
I said, anyways, Henry Bull passed away. He passed away, and the house was left without anybody for like a year until this guy named Eric Smith and his wife. Girl, can you stop interrupting me? Anyways, it was left empty for a year until Eric Smith and his wife moved in. And while they were moving in, the wife was cleaning the cupboards and she found like a brown, I'm assuming like paper package. And when she opened it, there was a skull of a young lady. Not too long after that, they also started seeing more activities. Like, for example, you know how they had like servant bells? Those would start ringing even though they weren't connected to anything. Strange footsteps that happened to the Bulls, and unexplained lights were coming from windows. Mrs. Smith also reported seeing a horse-drawn carriage at night, which, I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty similar to a headless coach and... Oh, wait, did I get that right?
No, I was just about to say that. I was gonna say this, like, reminds me of that, like, headless coach. Yeah, like, that one, like, tale where he got, like, his pumpkin head popped off. Oh my gosh, which reminds me, guys, literally the other day, Elizabeth and I were talking about Romeo and Juliet. Do you guys remember that story? Or was it just us?
No, I'm pretty sure they remember. It was a iconic part of our childhood.
If you don't remember it,
Anyways, that was spooky, so they were pretty scared, and they called a newspaper. I think it was called, like, the Daily Mirror or something, but they asked them to basically help investigate what happened. And so they sent a paranormal detective named Harry Price, and as soon as he arrived, everything was worse. New things like stones and vases were... Is it vase or vase? What's the plural version?
vases, yeah.
Okay. They were being thrown, which was, like, not what happened before. And also, there are, like, spirit messages coming from the mirror. And so, after Mr. Price left, all the hauntings apparently stopped.
Who's Price? Oh, he was a detective?
Yeah.
And then like the mirror, like is it like a message written on it? Like
Yeah, it's basically like, you know how there's like a way spirits communicate, like a way they communicate. Yeah.
okay, go on.
Yeah, so after Mr. Price left, like all the haunting stopped. And so Mrs. Smith was like, this is weird. And so she blamed Price for all these things and sightings, claiming him to be like the conjurer of these spirits and denying all these hauntings. Am I the only one that's like, she's trying to downplay it? Like, if I was scared, I'd do that too.
Wait, I don't understand what?
She, after like, you know, she found the skull, and then she also saw the like carriage.
Oh, so you like, you think like she like did it all and she was like, oh, it's Price.
No, I think that she's so spooked that she wants to believe it's fake.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, a couple years later, the Smiths finally move out, and this new family called the Foysters or whatever, they move in. The family had Lionel, his wife Marianne, and their daughter Adelaide, and weird things were happening to them too. The cool part is they did document this, and they did send them to Mr. Price to like investigate. Very similar things happened to them, except windows were randomly breaking, the bells ringing again, and wall writing. And their daughter's bedroom has been locked with no key. That was like, oh, did you hear that sound?
No, but they hired Mr. Price again?
Yeah.
What are the odds?
Anyways, their daughter even said that she was attacked by something horrible.
No!
Sorry. It was Mr. Price. I'm just kidding. Mr. Price, please don't haunt me. And the wife, Marianne, was like, she's been pushed out of bed. Like, shoved out of bed randomly.
What? No. Sorry.
So Lionel was like, hey, let me do some exorcisms. None of them worked, but in the middle of his first attempt, a huge fist-sized rock.
I'm sorry. Okay.
And the media was like, the media was like, girl, what is this? And then Marianne was like, ooh, I'm just kidding. I had an affair with a lodger, and that's why all these hauntings were happening.
Even though she wasn't even the first one there?
Yeah.
Okay, this doesn't really make sense, but okay.
They were the last family to stay there, so there's not much to say. But you know, Harry Price, you know him?
Mm-hmm.
The investigator?
Yeah?
Well, he's been there for like a couple years, right? So he knows what's going on.
Okay.
And when he used to do these investigations, he would have observers who would help him. And in 1938, one of his helpers, Helen Glanville, conducted a seance, which is kind of like a Ouija board. It basically just made contact with spirits.
A seance?
Oh, is that how you pronounce it?
I think.
Oh. Anyways, while they're doing that, they made contact with a young lady named Mary Lair.
Okay.
And apparently... Oh my gosh, I can't even say her name. It's Marie.
What? It's Lorraine?
It's Marie Lair or something.
Okay.
Apparently she said she was a French nun and left the religious spotlight to marry a man in the Walgreaves family. Now, if you don't remember, I was talking about a little nun and monk situation.
Oh, yeah.
But then sis was like, she was like, I was murdered in an area near the house, and that her body is either in the cellar or in a well. And you know how I told you about when the Foysters were in the house? They had wall writings?
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the wall writings had, and I quote, Marianne, please help me get out, end quote. And if you don't remember, Marianne was the name of the previous resident. They used to live there.
The nun?
What? No. Marianne Foyster.
What was the names of the nun? I mean, what was the name of the nun?
Marie.
Marie?
Yeah.
She was the nun? No, the other nun, the beginning.
I think they might be the same person. That's her spirit.
Okay.
They also contacted another spirit who identified himself as Sine Amer, and he said the house would catch on fire at 9 p.m. on March 27, 1938, and that the bones of a murdered person would be revealed due to the fire. Now, 1939, February 22nd, 27th, a month and a year later, the new owner of the building accidentally knocked over an oil lamp that started a big fire, and it damaged the house so badly that when Mr. Price came to investigate, he conducted a dig in the cellars and he found bones of a supposed young lady. The bones were given a proper funeral, but some speculate they were pig bones, and many of the previous owners denied that they were living with ghosts. Marianne even said that sometimes it was her playing pranks on her husband. What do you think?
I don't even understand it. I forgot all the names of the characters. Also, the house didn't burn down because he found the pig bones.
It like burned to rubble.
Oh, but it was in a cellar.
A cellar is like underneath.
Like it was like in a cellar. That's why I was safe.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So like I don't know whether or not to believe there's actually none in a monk.
Well, this was definitely not BuzzFeed Unsolved. Actually, I kind of enjoyed this though. This is kind of fun. I don't know if y'all thought that too.
Wait, but do you actually think that story's true, like about the nun and the monk?
Yeah, probably. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That kind of reminds me of Salem Witch Trials too, which like never messes spirits. Like.
Mm-hmm. And like the part that spooked me the most was like when they're in the wall writings, she's like, "Marianne, help me get out," and I was like, "Ooh."
For real? I said what?
I said, "Hold up, wait a minute."
Okay. Okay. No, I know like 3 people that have the same first and last name.
First and last.
Yeah.
Really?
Like currently. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and they know each other too.
Girl.
Okay, I think that wraps it up. Y'all think we should thank Elizabeth for her research and her storytelling.
Yeah, even though I was lacking a little bit.
I'll insert a clip of a crowd cheering.
Well, if you guys like this, then that's good. We might do more. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, bye!
Bye!